The All-Star break is over and the second half of the MLB season is ready to rock. I got you with the best bets for July 19th MLB slate. Every day on the channel, I'm going to be breaking down a game line bet, a home run bet, a NRFI bet, a strikeout prop, and a 4-leg game line parlay. So subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and let's get started with the best moneyline bet of the day. The best moneyline bet of the day is the Detroit Tigers moneyline in Toronto. Jack Flaherty is going for Detroit, and he has been one of the best pitchers in baseball. Taking a look under the hood at his advanced numbers, 3rd in the MLB in FIP, 19th in expected FIP, and 3rd in Sierra. Then you look at some of the percentile rankings, 89th in expected ERA, 79th in expected batting average, and his strikeout metrics are ridiculous. 94th in whiff percentage and strikeout rate. And he's a guy who pounds the zone. He's in the 94th percentile in walk rate, meaning he's not walking anybody, and he is dominating the Blue Jays' current roster. 31.9% K rate, .271 expected weighted on base average, .71 expected batting average, .282 expected slug in 69 plate appearances. On the other hand, you got Chris Bassett going for the Blue Jays, and he has not done well at all against the current Tigers roster. 395 expected weighted on base average, 569 expected slug, and a 315 expected batting average. Now also diving in, Bassett's splits are much worse against left-handed bats, and Detroit has got 4 lefty bats in Riley Green, Wenzel Perez, Zach McKinstry, and rookie Colt Keith, who has been hot and heating up to take advantage of Bassett. Also, later in the game, Toronto's bullpen is a bullpen you want to fade. They are 29th in expected ERA, 30th in FIP, and 30th in WAR this season. The Tigers, heading into the break, were seeing right-handed pitchers very well, while the Blue Jays were absolutely struggling all year long. Give me the better pitcher and arguably the better team on the money line at a fair price. Let's go Tigers. Now, next up, a NRFI. Who doesn't love sweating 6 outs in the first inning? I have my best NRFI bet for the slate today. We're going to Kansas City for the White Sox at the Royals for the best NRFI bet on the board. The Royals have a .285 expected weighted on base average, a .231 expected batting average, and a .379 expected slug against Chris Flexen in 40 plate appearances. On the other hand, the White Sox, .222 expected weighted on base, .27 expected slug, and a .189 expected batting average against Michael Wacha. Now, the Royals are 15th in the MLB in runs scored at .48 per game in the first inning, and it does improve to .67 at home, but their numbers against Flexen are poor, and Flexen has a lower FIP and xFIP on the road this season, while also sporting better metrics the first time through an order. On the flip side, the White Sox, 28th in baseball with .33 runs per first inning, and this goes up to .38 on the road, but they have those very poor numbers against Wacha that I outlined, who also has much better metrics at home this season and the first time through the batting order. So give me the no run in the first inning in Kansas City. We're sweating 6 outs there. Now let's talk about the best home run prop bet on the board for today. Betting home runs is one of the best parts about betting baseball, and I'm going with C.J. Abrams, the young stud for the Washington Nationals, to take one out today. Abrams leads Washington with 12 home runs this season against right-handed pitching. He's going up against Frankie Montas, who tosses cookies. He's allowed 10 home runs against left-handed batters this year, which is tied for the 4th most in the majors. Now looking at some pitch breakdown, Montas against left-handed batters is primarily a 4-seam pitcher, throws a lot of the cutter, and also a splitter. Abrams has a run value of 10 against 4-seam fastballs this year and a run value of 5 against cutters this year, where Montas allowed 5 home runs against his 4-seamer and 3 home runs against his cutter against left-handed batters. Montas is a fly ball pitcher, and he's also somebody who gets hit hard. 32nd percentile in barrel rate and 27th in hard hit rate. He also does not strike out batters, so Abrams should be getting a lot of pitches in the zone to hit. The weather should be good in Washington today, and at this price, and all things considered, I like the young stud shortstop, the all-star, to go yard today at home. Now let's dig into the best strikeout prop to make on the slate today. Strikeout props are one of the most intense sweats in all of sports betting. There are so many factors involved, and you are sitting there sweating every single pitch. So let's get one going. The best K prop of the day is Kyle Harrison of the San Francisco Giants, over 4.5 strikeouts at a little plus chicken. Now, Harrison's K numbers have not been great this year. You look at his percentile rankings, you know he's not a stereotypical strikeout pitcher, but he's still cleared this number in 56% of games this season. And like I said, we're getting a little bit of plus chicken on this one. Earlier this year, he went to Coors, only had 2 Ks in that start. Went 7 innings, though, so the fact that he knows how to pitch in Coors is very advantageous to Harrison. Coors, of course, is the higher elevation, Tough place to pitch, but Harrison is no stranger to pitching at Coors Field. Now, the Rockies have a 30.6% K rate, a 16.2% swinging strike rate, and a 30.7% chase rate against left-handed pitching over the last 30 games. And I'm using 30 days because it's more indicative of the full season, as these teams, of course, are just off the All-Star break and haven't played in a few days. But all things considered, the Rockies, full season, last 14, last 30, are terrible against left-handed pitching, and Harrison hits on this number more than he doesn't. And though he only had 2 Ks in 7 innings against the Rockies at Coors earlier this year, 4.5 is too low. Harrison should go over this today at Coors. Now let's look at a 4-leg game line parlay. There aren't many things more fun than risking a little to win a lot. That's exactly what I'll be going for every single day on the channel, so hit that sub button. And today we have a 4-leg game line lay. First leg, Detroit Moneyline. I already broke them down. That's what we're rocking with. The Tigers as the first leg. Next leg, the Texas Rangers Moneyline. Now, the Rangers hosted the All-Star game, so their entire team was able to stay home during the break, the people who were not participating. And yeah, Corbin Burnes and the Orioles are one of the best team and starting pitcher combos in baseball. But I'm going with Nasty Nate and the Rangers at home. The Rangers have success against Corbin Burnes, a .361 expected weighted on-base average, and a .323 expected batting average against Burnes. So the Texas Rangers money line is leg number 2. Number 3, Washington Cincinnati over 9 runs. Now you have 2 very bad pitchers on the mound, Patrick Corbin, left-hander, going for the Washington Nationals, and Frankie Montas, who I talked about a little bit, for the Cincinnati Reds. These are 2 pitchers who are susceptible to the long ball, and hitting a couple of 2-3 run home runs are great ways to be able to get to a over, especially at the key number of 9. So I like the Cincinnati Reds and the Washington Nationals to score a lot of runs today in Nationals Park. Fourth and final leg, we're going with another underdog, the Boston Red Sox on the road against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Gavin Stone going for the Dodgers, Nick Pivetta for the Red Sox. This Dodgers lineup, of course, you got Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman. Yes, Mookie Betts is hurt. Will Smith, great player. Teo is great. But the rest of that roster in that lineup is absolutely disgusting, and they have not done the Dodgers many favors, especially as this team limped into the All-Star break. Now, the Red Sox are one of the hotter teams in baseball. They're looking to make a run, and Pivetta has been one of the better pitchers in baseball, a very unsurprising story. So that is the 4-leg parlay. Detroit moneyline, Texas moneyline, Cincinnati Reds, Washington Nationals over 9, and the Red Sox moneyline. That's the 4-legger. That's what we're going with. If you enjoyed the content, hit that like button, leave some comments, let me know what you're betting today, and subscribe to the channel. I'm doing this every day for the rest of the MLB season, along with some other NFL stuff. I appreciate you all. Let's hit some winners today.